Fans, sorry for the little start late. When I show you some of the stuff that Hacksaw brought, you'll understand why we were like talking off camera, looking at this really cool stuff. I'm
Old timer stuff.
I'm a little upset because if you guys would have gotten here like 2-3 hours ago, I would have went through all this stuff and cataloged it all. But we pulled out a couple of really cool stuff. I can't believe. I don't know why that's ringer's off.
Vince, we'll call you back.
Yeah. I cannot believe how many really cool items you have still. I mean, like, you held on to some really good stuff. Most people just threw it out. They were dumb. And now this is what everybody wants.
Well, thanks, Michael. But you know the first thing Hacksaw's got to do, brother, ho! Kind of wakes me up as an old timer, gets it going.
There you go.
But yeah, I did save a lot of stuff, you know, and I think, Sarge, a lot of us old timers nowadays are downsizing.
Yeah.
So everybody's going through the storage areas and finding all these things that are nowadays treasures. Who would have thought?
Unbelievable.
Way back then that people would have cared about this kind of stuff. But it's amazing, and it's great that folks remember that era of wrestling, the golden age.
Yes. I just want to give a little glimpse before we get started. And, of course, you can go get your items now at highspotsauctions.com. These are some of the items we may auction off if we have time and you have interest.
Cool.
You let us know. I've got 2 different Hall of Fame tickets. Now, you were obviously inducted in
2011.
11. So you have the 8 and you have the 12 here. And talk about like how, because you.
Well, at the 8, I was hoping they'd put me in. I was waiting. I was chomping at the bit. When are they going to get me in? And of course, at the 12th, I was strutting around like a peacock. I was finally in. And of course, back then, they treated the Hall of Fame guys really well. Mm-hmm. They brought us in, had a special area for us at WrestleMania, had a special bus for us. So they really took care of us. It kind of dwindled out now that they got so many Hall of Fame guys. But back then, it was a great time.
Well, look at these. You laminated them so we protect them. And I know a lot of people get these graded now.
That might have been an oops, huh?
No, you can always, I mean, when you laminate the stuff, you could separate it and, and redo it. We're going to turn it over.
Okay, you know what you're doing. Excuse me, brother.
So look at that. 2008,
so I can read
2012, and then Hacksaw actually signed the back of these.
Yeah.
Put the Hall of Fame, his Hall of Fame year there on that.
Yeah.
So we'll entertain bids on this. I got an idea because I've looked at what
I think this was in Dallas, right? The American Airlines Arena.
And then, of course, that was
the Amway in Orlando.
This was the Ric Flair retirement match, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Mm-hmm. Yep. Business attire, please. So everybody got to dress up. The wives all got dressed up real fancy, got their hair and nails done. It was a big deal for us.
Oh, I got a photo right now on highspotsauction.com. You're a little dressed up. I've seen
yeah,
you got to see. We also have, and the only other time we've ever sold a wrestling license is when we went on the road to Jerry Lawler's house. And I don't want to put his business out there, but he had like a stack of them, and we sold one, and it's probably sitting in the same spot.
Yeah. Actually, one of my daughters, Celia, had the idea of putting the wrestling license. Some of them have pictures, but that one that didn't have nothing on the back and no pictures, they'll put them with an 8x10 and see if folks would be interested in collecting them.
Yeah.
1984, I mean, wow, and this is New Mexico. Back then, you had to have a license for every state you wrestled in. Mm-hmm. So a lot of guys have a lot of licenses, but they didn't hold on to them as we were talking about before. So in '84, I was licensed to wrestle in New Mexico.
There you go. So 1984, New Mexico wrestling license. This is all laminated. If you wanted to, I mean, I wouldn't on this, but he autographed it and laminated it. We can get this JSA'd for you tonight. Everything tonight would be JSA'd. One of the photos, speaking of you getting dressed up, look at that right there.
That's actually the 2011 in Atlanta, dressed up like that. I felt good, man. That was quite a time. No matter what profession you're in, to be recognized by your peers is something special. And, of course, Ted DiBiase inducted me into the Hall of Fame, and I wrestled Ted thousands of times all over the world, and I learned a lot from Ted.
Oh, for sure.
Second-generation guys were just that much more polished. But that was a very special night for me and my family.
See, I thought I was being really cool having an original photo file of the Hall of Fame coming out here. And then Jim comes and brings original WCW promo, original WWF Steve Taylor, original 91 Acclaim Steve Taylor, original WCW Hacksaw. How about all that? I mean, like you know.
Janitor of wrestling. That was in WCW. Actually, what happened was Vince Russo was trying to push me out of my contract, and he thought I would quit when he made me the janitor. But actually, I embraced the character, and it got over.
There you go.
And then, of course, the Acclaim. We did that out in Las Vegas. And King Duggan. I had a great time. And actually, Macho Man beat me for the Cape and Crown. And they gave Macho a whole new cape and crown, you know, because his head was like a little pin, and this was Harley's crown. It was like a bushel basket. So,
Original wrestling program from Paul Bosch.
Mid-South, man. And I tell you, being Buzz Sawyer, I joke I've had easier street fights than working with Buzz. We didn't really get along very well, and we laid into each other, but it was an entertaining match. And Paul Bosch, I believe a picture in the back of Paul. He was quite a gentleman, a big hero in World War II, wrote a book called Forest and Hell. He was quite a hero in World War II. But last of the good payoff guys for wrestlers. He took care of the boys.
Did he? This is a insert from a WWE program. So what they did is they would sell the same program for a couple months, but they changed, if you were in, like, for Richmond, Virginia, they put that night's card in there, so it felt very special. So this is you. Top of the card had Hulk and Herc versus $1 Million Man and Virgil.
Yeah.
But you right there, semi-main.
Yeah, I was down there with me and Dino and the Rockers. I mean, it's quite a
Solid
card.
lineup.
Yeah, it really was. And back then they ran 3 shows a night, so this was probably that man there. That was the A-team.
Yeah. It got to be the 18.
It was good to be on that card.
So those were all, I think higher end pieces, and then you have a couple of other little pieces you brought that, if you're interested, maybe we'll entertain an offer. I have an original license plate from WrestleMania 10. That if you
8. Yeah, I did a lot of PR for WrestleMania 8 there.
Oh,
and
that
it
is
was
8,
out
right?
in Indianapolis. Yeah, obviously, yeah, and at the Hoosier Dome, and I did a lot of PR for the company, which I did all over the world for WWF. But that's something they gave me back then. So
Backstage pass that they give talent when you go backstage to kind of identify you. So not that you need identification.
No, but yeah, they security was always tight. Sometimes, and I always sometimes the security guy would apologize. Said, "No, you're just doing your job. If I don't have my tag on."
Maybe the last affordable WrestleMania there was down in Miami. I remember I had some nice club seats, but turn it around.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah.
Club seats, and maybe that's a hotel key.
It's a hotel key.
Very,
Yeah,
very unique. If
and
you stayed at one of the official hotels, that's how they branded it.
Right, and the WWF had like 3 or 4 floors of just WWF people, so they were all secure. They had security people at every elevator entrance, and you had to have your special WrestleMania key to get in.
Mm-hmm.
It was exciting to be around that. I kind of missed all the excitement. Don't miss the ring.
Well, you get to travel the world now. You and your wife, I follow you up on social media, and you guys get to see the world now. So that's a nice bonus. So guys, I showed you a little bit of what he brought. He brought way more stuff, but I just had to.
I got a truckload out there. Michael doesn't hold it.
But I wanted to just kind of give you guys a taste. If there's something there that you want to talk about, Daniel Bessel said the starting bid on the wrestling license. Daniel, you're always fair. Give me a starting bid, and I'll tell you how much you are too low for me to entertain it. But
$2,500. All right, Daniel.
So if you're interested in it, make an offer here. I mean, they're traveling the world, and this is what you guys do now.
It's amazing the appeal.
This is your business. You're your own brand. Isn't that neat?
It's amazing the appeal of professional wrestling around the world. I always joke with the NFL guys. I'm like, world champions. Where in the world do you boys go? They're like, well, we went to London. I'm like, that's like going to the West Coast. That nobody knows Tom Brady down in Christchurch, but they'll go, ho!
All right, we're going to start out. This is Gia Miller. She actually works here, and she was here
Nice
earlier.
picture, pretty young lady.
She's a blonde now.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a blonde now. But she was here.
I haven't changed shirts. Geez, Duggan.
That's true.
Yeah. Would you like it personalized?
Do you want to put to Gia?
Yeah.
Gia, G-I-A.
That was one of the last shows you guys worked together before the pandemic.
Oh.
And you know, that's something I noticed about our generation of guys, Jake, DiBiase. They give an autograph you can read. Some of the kids nowadays, what Roman Reigns gives initials or something,
Yeah,
or
a lot
just
of-
a design.
Yep, a lot of them do.
Yeah, at least
A
you
lot
can
of them do.
kind of figure out, you know, Brett or Jake or whoever it is.
Daniel Bessels, we might be a little light on that. I'd say to start that, we probably need to start at about 150. Now that's a signed promo and commission piece, so you know probably we need to start at 150. All right, we're going to start with the first mail-in. Anthony Militek, Port Lee, New Jersey,
Hey,
blue Sharpie. He's already started this. He got the Rougeaus on the other page.
boom.
Let's get you right there, blue Sharpie.
Maybe Bad News Brown.
This is 5145.
Don't want it personalized, right?
Nope.
Bad News and I had a pretty good chemistry.
Go to
Put Hall of Fame on it?
do the
Yeah.
Sure.
vendor.
All right, Daniel
I'll
Bessels
show you.
first to start
Go
on
for
the
it.
wrestling license. You start at 150. So you get that wrestling license. I'll show it off
Thank
to
you.
everybody and let everybody get a chance to outbid them. Jill, I can't do that number. We're gonna have to do a little better than that. Teddy Calger sent in a old Jack's Classics figure. His red paint. All right. He wants you to put autograph, USA, Ho, and Tough Guy. RR88. There's a little novel there for Teddy. He might be slightly over our limit of
So, yeah.
And
Okay, we got Hacksaw, Jim Duggan,
USA.
USA,
Ho.
Ho, and a
Tough Guy.
two of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
RR88.
83.
There we go.
guy works harder than Vince.
I know, right? Was that his red pen?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give that his.
Watch out. That blot right there that I did.
A blot.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, so let's be very careful with these.
You got those pens?
Yeah.
Is that the pen he provided?
That's what he said, his blue deco, but
Okay.
holy hell.
All right. I would not do blue deco on these,
That's
but all right.
expensive.
All right.
Oh, and we got
Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, Hall of
Hacksaw.
Fame.
I don't think you need to put. Do you put Hall of Fame on
he
it?
didn't, he just.
Yeah, because that takes
auto
up more room, too,
Yeah.
you know.
I think just the autograph.
Yeah, that came out pretty good.
Oh yeah.
If only people knew how much this card's worth.
Yeah, this would come considered my rookie card, isn't
Mm-hmm. Yep. You still see a lot of those come through.
it? Not too many,
Not
no.
too many?
As time goes on,
Okay, next.
stuff's almost
Who's
in. And
This one right here was Christopher Murray, and this next one is going to be Nick Pascal.
All right, Nick. He doesn't have the order numbers.
No, he does not.
Okay. Nick Pascal from Germantown,
oh
Tennessee.
yeah, they had me listed from New York City too,
Oh yeah.
instead of our dear old Glens Falls.
Just be careful with it, yeah. Okay. Jacob Cohen. Going Sharpie most likely.
Is that a mail-in?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Is that a different shot than the one we have up?
It's identical.
Identical,
That's
guys.
a pretty good shot though.
Yeah, this was sent in by Jacob Cohen, but we actually have the same shot because remember Brett was here a couple weeks ago, and Ronnie, we just got him to sign it there. He wants.
Oh, where'd you find Ronnie at?
Ronnie actually did a signing up in New York about a week and a half ago. Maybe right across the chest, you think?
Yep.
That last trading card had this Molotov.
Yeah, Brett and I are buddies, man. We stayed at each other's houses. Hall of Fame in there? No, nobody else has got it.
All right. Let's see. You see a lot of these. This is one of the cool big
Yeah.
rubber guys. We couldn't even get our hands on anymore. These are hard to get. This is sent in by Gustavo Velasquez from Hialeah, Florida. What color do you like to sign these in?
Well, blue goes
Blue?
with the trunks.
All right, blue it is.
And they buffed me up pretty good there, too.
That's a pretty
man.
good-looking chest there.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I think the blue looks good.
Oh yeah,
How about Hall of Fame on this one, no?
you can.
That's a nice pen.
I'll put that pen because I got another bendy.
White.
Oh, he wants white?
White.
Okay. He wants
He
white.
requests-
White comes out good too.
This is sent in by Josh Niner
Hey,
from
Josh.
Louisville, Kentucky.
All right. The one time I painted my face, they made an action figure. I said I should have painted my face every other month. That was good though with Bill and Barry. Oh, brother.
Beautiful. All right, another original P series. Actually, this is before the P series. Sent in by Kelvin Rodriguez, Ashburn, Virginia.
Cool. It's a young hacksaw there. I kind of wish I stayed in black trunks, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, yeah. But I was chopping meat there. You don't last 40 years chopping meat. At the end, I got pretty silly. I had the cape, the crown, the flag, the board, the thumb, the tongue, the hoe, and the crossed eyes.
Hey, it's all stuff you could use now. It's great.
Yeah, but I stuck around, man.
Yeah. William Fent, Chandler, Arizona. Look at this piece.
Well, I
Wow.
see this once in a while, man.
Put on
So
the back.
this is. Are
Oh,
you kidding
shit.
me?
Yeah.
The autographs on the back.
That's
Got
insane.
Verge. I wonder who this is. Maybe Skinner.
Yeah, that does look like Skinner. Bossman, Undertaker, Virgil Skinner, Hulk, Flair.
Jesus.
Who's that? That's
Danny Davis. It looks
No.
Is that not Danny Davis?
no.
Not Sar. Yeah, it is. Is that
That's Sergeant Slaughter? That's an old charge signature. All right. Well,
That's
just in
random.
case, that's you probably have that room.
Right
It's
Right
not
there.
a
you think?
random ripped out paper.
Yeah, just a random two-sided magazine
that's so awesome.
rip out.
William
What
Fent's-
autographs he's got on here, you
It's
know?
unbelievable, isn't it?
William Fent's collection's got to be crazy.
He's
Yeah, that's-
there's not another person that collects ripped out magazine pages other than William Fent. So
I just keep
All
it the black.
yeah, we'll do this. John Wheat, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Hey, John.
Got one of those encyclopedia books.
Just autographed brother.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. And this goes.
This is a good way to collect autographs here, you
No,
know.
there ain't no way that's real.
You don't think?
You don't think that's Bulldog, do you?
No.
I mean, everybody else was next to their.
There you go, brother.
Crazy.
This has to go in the Monty Brown.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
The next one, let's stick with that blue paint pen out. Let's do the next three through the blue.
Blue.
The blue,
Blue.
paint pen that he
Blue.
likes.
Okay.
I want to see how it looks on the ice cream bar.
Mm-hmm.
And can we give a shout out to Retro Remix 3D?
Yeah. So these are available. We saw these first with Bret Hart. Now this comes with a stand too. So if you can pull the stand, I'll show you. So when you get this, this is a 3D printed ice cream bar. And the stick, rather than just having a regular stick, you have a 2x4.
Oh,
How cool is that?
does it come out?
Yeah, and it comes with a stand. So when you want to display it, you just display it just like that.
Very cool.
So this is the second one we've done. We did Brett.
And the 2x4 comes out of these
No.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you can get out wet, whack somebody.
Let's see that stand. But this is for the owner of Retro Remix 3D. His
Okay.
name's Tony. We
But
want to
I-
thank Tony so much for working with us.
I gotta tell you, they look great, don't they?
They
But
do.
They taste horrible. To Tony,
No, I think we're just gonna do it. And just do a sign, just like
just
a
saying.
promo. Yeah.
Gotcha, brother.
We like the blue.
Yeah, looks good. Stick with that one.
Yep. We'll do all the other
All right.
ones in there.
You want to do those right after the mail?
We can.
Okay. All right. Hold that pen.
Let's make sure that lid goes with that. That one can go to my
All right.
office now.
This is Todd Lewis in Belleville, Florida. If you can put to Todd, USA, 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 and then your autograph.
I'll get the autograph in first, and then the USA's.
Yeah, I'm gonna even do a little nice thing. I never do this.
Well, you're about to do it again.
All right, one more. I want you to do one in red, one USA in red. Give it, make a
Give me
little,
a little-
little pop there. There we go.
Give me a white now, brother. Come on.
You
There
gotta
we go.
complete it.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
no, started something.
No, we're not gonna do this for everyone. He sent his in.
Don't worry. Someone's asking for the same thing.
No, he sent it in.
Yeah, I started. Sorry, brother.
Oh no, we have another mail-in that's getting rid of that. It's the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that is for Andy.
Okay.
That's different.
Andy's, edit that he wanted to use.
All right. Let me tell you the story on this one. So we have this guy in Canada who does our edits, and normally I love his work. I had this one. I was like, Andy, I think we could do better. And I think the one you're going to see is better, but I think he wanted to have like the only one. I guess that's why.
Jeez.
All right,
I'm
so-
a little.
Yeah, it was not my favorite. Let's do it. Let's do it in silver. Let's do it.
Andy, we love you. Don't let Michael tell you otherwise. We love you.
Let me tell you something, Andy. I'm not real happy with it. Want to personalize yourself?
Yeah, do it to Andy. A-N-D-Y.
Yeah, Y. Yep. And if you could clean up all those pins, because the next one has his own pins.
Okay, good brother.
Want to make sure we go down swinging using the right pins.
All right, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
All right. So let's just throw in that. All right. So so these pins right here, are what we need to use.
Okay.
And follow the instructions on each one. This is our good friend, Andrew Vasquez.
All right,
And
so
White Plains, New York.
Yellow inscription USA. So wait, everything's in yellow?
No, on that one figure.
Yellow
yes.
paint, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to give you more figures. We're just going to go slow on this.
All right, so USA inscription and then autograph.
All right.
Daniel Bessels, we are looking good on the license. 150 to you. I'm waiting. If I can get, let me show it off to someone else.
The license plate? Or
No, the
wrestling
license. The wrestling license.
There you go, sir.
Here's where we're at. Daniel Bessels made an opening bid of $150, which was the minimum bid on this. I need $5 increments or more, 155 or higher. This is a wrestling license, 1984. This is wrestling in its prime. New Mexico State Athletic Commission. His blue, okay.
Yep, that blue. Sharpie. Yep.
And D-Balls in the lead at 150. I need 155 or higher. It's already laminated. It's already signed. I'll get a JSA on it for you.
Hand it back to me, just so we don't have any issues. Thank you, sir.
All right,
Oh,
Andrew.
there we go. These are fun.
How in the world people still find these?
I know it, man. Gotta move this.
Yep.
Yep. And he just wants you to sign up there, but I'll move it for you. But that gives you the instructions.
Yeah. Just. Okay.
So autograph, USA, Hall of Fame, and Ho.
Boom.
I think
Beautiful.
this is all the same order.
Now you brought all those great promos. Too bad you don't have a box of those left over.
No kidding.
Oh,
That'd
wow.
be nice
So
to
I'm
have.
gonna give you. I'm gonna let you decide if we're gonna do this or not.
You know what? I'm gonna do it just because this is one of the rare ones, right?
It's back to back.
Oh, all
yeah.
right.
So I'm gonna let you decide.
All right. Jim, I don't know if this is what you do at a show. He wants red, white, and blue, changing the colors up.
Yeah, we can do it.
You want to do it?
All right, but follow those.
Oh, good
Got it.
catch.
Michael, if you could just
Beautiful.
follow where he wants it signed. So
Well, you got so much stuff on there.
yeah, so over the WWF logo, Jim, if you could write USA WWF Hall of Fame 2011
In red? Okay.
in red.
USA,
Yeah.
WWF.
Hall of Fame 2011. And then let's switch to either white or blue for the hoe. That's on your chest.
So this is autograph.
Yep. And then autograph will be under that in white.
Beautiful. There we go.
Identical. Just do
All right, we're gonna do the same thing. I don't like the red, but
Hey,
that's
man,
what he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, I agree.
We're gonna we deal with the
So,
customer.
red on top.
Red here.
Red, what was it?
Red, we're doing USA,
WWF.
WWF Hall of Fame, 2011. Okay, and then the hoe.
Oh, in the chest.
Mm-hmm. And then autograph.
Autograph. Beautiful.
All right, and give him his pen back.
Got it.
All right, and hopefully that's the most difficult one we
Yep.
have left.
Up next, we have Tim Goodwin, who sent in a cool piece of custom wood.
That is pretty neat.
Tim Goodwin sent in 2 pieces. He sent in the wood and he sent in this program. Let's see, did he put program color? Is that light blue? Didn't say. Use light blue on the program.
On that one.
On the program.
Yep.
Man, that's in good shape, you know.
It's in
It.
great shape.
But I think whatever Jim wants to do on the wood is
Just autographed, you think, Kim?
Yep.
wood. The wood doesn't have any.
I think that blue looked good on the red and white.
I think it would. Like I said, that or a black. I mean, you know, I'm never against black Sharpie. Nick, can you go ahead?
Let's use that same pen. See how
Walk
that
that
looks
way.
right there. I think that looked
That's
good.
unique. Yeah, I get that a lot. Why you're hacksaw, but you carry a 2x4? Can it be 2x4, Duggan? I'm like it's wrestling. It doesn't have to make sense.
You get arrested walking around with a hacksaw too.
You know. But actually, 2x4. That was back in the day where you actually needed something. It was before sports entertainment. People really hated you.
Yeah.
So it was good to have a.
All right, so the next one is going to be for a young man named by the name of Dean Archer,
Okay.
and we're going to start with a shirt.
Okay.
Cool. Oh wow.
All right. Let's get the. Let's switch to. Does he say what color?
He on the figures and that he did, but on that I would imagine just blue Sharpie would probably be the best winner.
Blue Sharpie.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep up with the theme,
Okay.
the patriotic theme in which Mr. Duggan.
Nick, can I get you to pull that shirt
Yeah,
tight?
you know, pull it tight, brother. All right, guys. Boy, that came out good.
Yeah.
Good grip there, brother.
All right.
Joke there, kid.
For Dean also, he said white or blue. I'll let Mr.
Let's do
Duggan.
blue.
Probably King Hacksaw Duggan.
That'd be cool.
The cape, the crown, the flag, the board.
I didn't know there was a king hacksaw inscription. Ooh. If we could do white or blue on that one also, sir. And then that is it for mail-ins. We didn't have one that did not come in.
Oh, really?
We had one mail-in that wasn't lucky enough to make it.
All right. Well, we'll send it back to him. And autograph on that piece, and I'll get
Just
Dean.
autograph this, fine.
Yep.
Put it over here, but yeah, it would need to go to Michael's office.
All right, guys. Now you've seen all the mail orders. We're now going to get to the orders that you can also join us on. Highspotsauctions.com.
See how-
Great photos.
I'll check with her.
We may be sold out of turnbuckles. We have the ice cream bars. We have 2x4s in both a 1 foot and 3 foot size, and some trading cards. I
They're
think.
all right-handed 2x4s, or
Yeah, they're all right-handed ones. Yeah. You want to start with the ice cream bars?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the ice cream bars if you want to get that Highspots blue out for me.
We didn't use the light blue on that.
Nope, we use Highspots blue. Okay. I'm going to give you this and some names, and I'm just going to hand you some ice cream bars.
beautiful.
Do we use Deco or we use that one?
We use that. We use that. Let's not test the
All right,
waters.
Paul Leety, Newark, New Jersey.
Just autographing these, right, brother?
Yeah, I mean, you can put a Hall of Fame on it.
These are unique as can be.
Mm-hmm. They're not cheap, but they are nice. All right, next one goes for Travis Early in Des Moines, Iowa.
Well, I spent a lot of time in Des Moines, man. I did a telethon there for 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a variety telethon. Raised about $4 million a year. Nice town, Des Moines.
It's over.
All right, Gustavo Velasquez. He had sent in a piece, but now he got this one.
Very clever. I like the removable 2x4 on the stand, too, you know?
That's
All right, this next one, we're actually going to personalize it. This one's going to be to Yuli.
Yuli?
U-L-I.
breaking the rules.
I did, but the reason I broke the rules is because he followed it up and put a nice thing that I'm going to read out loud now. He just said, I wanted to say, Jim, you're one of the greatest wrestlers ever. You always made me feel inspired, and no matter what show it was, you were the best on the card.
Well,
Thank you for all the awesome memories growing up. Seriously.
Very cool. Thank you very much. That was very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and start grabbing
I
some.
had a
We
good
got some
run.
others that haven't come through yet, so let's just give them signed.
Let's just do the.
Okay.
What time? You got-
I'm
you
just
got
giving you
Yep.
more and more.
Okay. All right, next up I have D-Balls. Daniel Bessels is currently in the lead on that license for 150. He's getting this one signed, just an autograph.
Just autograph? D-ball?
That's a nice nickname we give him. I'm not sure anyone else is allowed to call him that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think Hacksaw can.
You
I
can.
think Hacksaw.
I don't think he wants his work and everybody else calling him
No.
that.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Andrew Oakley, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Philly.
And you like this ice cream bar, guys, you can go right now to highspotsauctions.com. We'll bring it right back up here. You get it signed.
The blue
There
looks
were-
good on it, too.
There were only 20 of these made for sale. So that's
Wow.
it, 20.
Collector's item.
Here's the next item.
All right, we're going to have an ice cream bar and a shikishi boards. It's for Corey Bear, Plattsburgh, New York. Go ahead and start with that one.
Plattsburgh?
Plattsburgh, New York.
All right, up north. Not too far from Glens Falls. Big Air Force Base in Plattsburgh.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right, shikishi board. We're gonna do a little extra on this one. You can put Corey. Listen up, tough guy.
Okay.
Corey. Listen up, tough guy. And then your autograph.
Boy, these boards are popular in Japan,
Yeah, they
aren't
are.
they?
You know what I
Starting to
love
catch
about
on?
them? They're called shikishi boards, and what I love about them is when you have a beautiful autograph like yourself,
Well, thank you.
it really highlights it. You know, I mean,
Uh-huh.
sometimes the autograph gets lost on these photos, but it does not get lost on a shikishi board. All right, we only had a couple of these books. We can only find a couple of hardback books. This
No
one's
kidding,
Joseph
hardback.
Sanchez. So, just an autograph on this
There's
one.
an autograph. And my book's a little different than everybody else's. It's been a good business for me.
Yeah.
Everybody hears the horror stories about wrestling, the dark side of the ring and everything. You know, Deborah and I have been together for 41 years. I never
How?
had to go
How
to...
does a wrestler do that?
Good woman, man. I've been dead years ago without her.
We'll sneak this in for him too. This also is for Joseph Sanchez. I'll complete Joseph's order. All right, let's go to that black pen. Give you a little break on that. Daniel Hoshin, Proctor, Minnesota.
Another hardcover. Just autographed?
Autograph, and then RR 1988 U.S. Champ, and then 2011 Hall of Fame. He's trying to sneak everything in here. First one's RR 1988. And then U.S.
Sure.
Champ. And then 2011 Hall of Fame.
Gee, how does nobody recognize her?
That's when I beat Austin so bad he had to shave his head and change his name.
This one should have a magazine. Okay, this one's
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Andrew Metz, Clay, New York.
Clay, New York. I'm not sure where that one is.
This is with the autograph,
Uh-huh.
and then WWE Hall of Fame 2011, and then a tough
Tough guy. Gotcha.
Figured just black Sharpie again on that. In the front.
Yeah, we did light blue on the last one, though.
That was actually my dad's line. What are you, a tough guy?
Got it from Dad.
Yeah, I sold it for my pop.
If we can put King Hacksaw,
Yeah.
Jim Duggan on that.
What's this order with the magazine?
All right, now this next one before everyone gets, let's see, 2,000. Yep. He went over the limit, but he asked in advance, and the only reason I'm doing it is because I'm not going to buy you a wedding gift. Okay, this is your wedding gift.
That's
the
a
extra
pretty good
inscription.
deal, man.
All right, if you can put to Elizabeth and John,
Okay.
congratulations on your wedding.
So that's all we need to do is get married.
Elizabeth, right?
Huh?
ETH. Elizabeth and John.
Congratulations on your wedding.
TS. Congrats on
Elizabeth got married. Mistake goes. I hope not.
your
He's waiting for it.
wedding.
Good luck.
Oh my goodness.
Ho and USA.
I don't know about hoeing on your wedding day, buddy. And I put a USA up here with me.
Don't hoe on your wedding.
All right, and then somewhere if you can find a spot to autograph it.
Yeah.
There's the new
All right, John, listen, I hope your wedding turns out as well as Jim's.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
King
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you wanted me to write that down.
No.
John.
No. I hope
We
your
don't-
wedding turns out as well, and you get 40 years.
I'm sure he will, brother, because your wife's not only my wife, she's my best friend.
That's the way to do it.
I'm trying to showcase what things look signed.
There you go. Good luck, John. When's you getting married?
He did not say.
Party at John's house, everybody.
I need an extra special something or another on
Okay.
this book because we kind of screwed Cody over.
All right, Cody Good. We had 4 books. 3 of them were hardback. One was
It said hardback
Paperback.
on the listing. It did not come back as
yeah.
hardback.
So Cody made the sacrifice, and he's getting the soft cover. So you want to just throw a little extra inscription on there.
With black to Cody.
You don't need to put 2 Cody.
It's whatever
No.
you want to put, Hacksaw.
Yeah.
So, everything. Give him the full Monty.
Yeah.
That's because look,
Oh,
that's why. So just give him the full Monty.
yes, 2 of these then.
2 of those. It's a good thing I have them right here, boss. Sorry again, Cody. Thanks so much, buddy.
We hope we take care of you, Cody.
All right. Cody also got 2 of these ice cream bars. So
All right.
just an autograph.
Mr. Cody Good.
No, we're getting awfully low on those ice cream bar guys. So if you would like to
The same color my
get one,
trunks.
oh yeah. If you want to get one of those, I would go over to highspotsauctions.com right now and grab it. And I'm going to call D-Balls. We didn't have another bid against D-Balls, right?
Nope.
All right, D-Balls. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate you for winning the license. We'll go ahead and invoice you right now.
Thank you, D. Don't say that.
Don't say D-Balls. All right, okay. Let's do, nope. What color do you usually do on this?
Blue works good. I'm a blue guy.
All right, we'll do blue. Hacksaw Jim
Blue.
Duggan, USA, USA, USA.
These guys did well with these major bendies, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of take care of the boys.
Good. Dan Hawkins, that was for you.
Hi, Dan.
And Anthony DeSimone, Bellport, New York. Just an autograph on this.
Gotcha.
We'll do one more, and then let me showcase some of these items that Hacksaw brought. See if anyone wants to make a.
Let's go ahead and do that before we switch over.
You want to do that? All right, give you a break. I know you've been signing back and forth. So Daniel Bessels. Now he's already signed this, Daniel. But if you want to add anything else, we can. But I'll get that JSA'd for you. The license is yours. You know how to do this. You win all the time. Some of the other items I showed you these at the very beginning, but I know a lot of people came in, got off work. You're just joining us. This is a insert to a WWF program. This match was at Richmond, Virginia in October 1988. Jim signed this, and we laminated it, so it's a great piece. You can unlaminate it if you want, or you can add some more autographs to it. A lot of these guys still around. Ted DiBiase you can still get. Hulk, Warlord, Barbarian, Borzukov still with
Tully,
us.
Arn.
Tully and Arn.
It's not hard.
Sean and Marty, Hillbilly Jim.
Rooster.
If you can find Red Rooster anywhere. Steve Lombardi, Sam Houston, Jim Powers. They're all around. You could add to this piece.
That's a rare piece with all those guys around.
I know, isn't it? We have an original, and this is something Jim brought. This is not one we had. This is an original WCW promo of when you wore the janitor suit. That's a very rare one there. We have a wrestling program from Paul Bosch. That is 1985. We have
November 8th. Wow.
the Acclaim Entertainment, the original, right? The original video game, original promo, 1991, Titan Sports, Steve Taylor, 1991, 89. This is Hacksaw, the King Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. And then we have an original WCW, 1994, Jim Duggan. We have a Backstage pass. Now this is something I can let go pretty cheap. That's just a fun item.
Yeah.
A hotel key, can let that one go pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And a license plate. How about that? A license plate that you from WrestleMania 8. So if you collect WrestleMania merchandise, that's a nice piece to get some guys on that one. And then some other higher end pieces. We have 2 original Hall of Fame tickets that were signed on the back by Hacksaw. Those tickets go for a real high dollar, so I can't give those away if you're watching, but I think it's still very fair, much less than you would if you bought it on eBay right now. So if you want to make a bid, you want to talk about any of those particular items, let's have a conversation. But what we're going to do right now is continue signing all the things that you bought at highspotsauctions.com. We'll keep moving forward. Next up, we'll start with the ice cream man. Al Seebacher, Valencia, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Al. When these are easy to write on too, you know what? Hold the autograph well.
Oh yeah, it's plastic. It'll last forever. All right, next up, you got one of the bendies. You can put your autograph and then put USA, Hall of Fame 2011. Ooh, this is going to be a tough. I don't do blue. White? Silver?
Silver or black.
Black?
Black always shows up, man.
All right.
Remember, I just want things to last more than a week. You do usually live.
The white will look good today.
White will look good today. That's what I thought.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
All right, we made your own. We're going to use a black Sharpie on this one. Full-size turnbuckle. You can put Tough Guy, Ho, and then Hall of Fame 2011.
Okay. So up here with the autograph and all that down here, baby.
Okay.
Oh, that black looks good on there.
All right. Tough Guy, Ho, and Hall of Fame. We may be sold out of these turnbuckles, guys. We are trying to only have enough for the people that order by the morning. So we want these to be highly collectible for you guys.
That is pretty
No,
cool.
no
I
extras
like
hanging
that.
out.
All right, you good? All right.
Yep. Next up.
You want to do all the good stuff?
All right.
You sticking with black?
Stick with black on this one. It's for Mark McAdams in Houston, Texas.
Houston.
If you can put to Mark, M-A-R-K,
Uh-huh.
your autograph, and WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the black looks great on these. What was it, Hall of Fame?
WWE Hall of Fame 2011. What?
You gotta read the comments. This Jill Valentine 80 on the original King Duggan promo.
Let's ask the wife.
Okay.
It's a little light. I don't think I can approve that, but let me ask the wife.
Oh.
Deborah's boss around here. We all know that, right?
Keeps me alive.
All right. If you could put Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Mid-South legend.
Well, Mid-South was a
I'm
good
not seeing any
company.
comments. So So you'll have to let me know if I'm missing anything.
Mid-South Legend.
Mid-South
Yeah,
Legend.
they want to know reserves on some of these things.
Okay, I'm not seeing any of it, so.
We have the green opening to start it at 80.
You want to start it at 80?
Started it.
All right, hand it to me so I can show them what they're
Okay.
bidding on.
I told you this would be the #1 promo. I told you. That is super cool.
All right, and the first look at the Andy's updated version of the Asylum, much better than the other one.
That's different.
All right, if you can put two Tony.
Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect for a 4th of July weekend.
That's what we wanted.
We still love you, Andy. Don't let Michael be a jerk.
No, listen. Guys, everybody watch. Isn't this better than the first one? Sometimes you just gotta, these creative guys, you just have to press them a little harder. All right, so here's what Jill has started the bid on, and I hope it doesn't end up at 80. But we are starting this original King Duggan promo for $80. Again, this came out of your personal collection. We're going to start it at 80, and we're going to see where it goes. So $80, it is on bid. So I need 85 or higher, or Jill will absolutely steal this piece. Okay.
1989. What were you doing in 89?
89, I would have been high school. I would have been sophomore, junior high school.
Flair and Hogan still call me kid, though. And Jake says he's younger, but I want to see a birth certificate.
You don't believe him. Don't believe him.
And Jake the Snake, what do you think?
All right, Matt Reed.
2 Matt, maybe? Or
Yep, this is going to be
2 Matt Ho in Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
1 T or 2 T?
2 T's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ho in Hall of Fame.
Cohen Hall of Fame. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go, brother.
All right, got one of these magazines.
Beautiful.
Same thing. 2 Matt Ho in Hall of Fame.
Dr. Chris Giles.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, got one more we can do in the black. This will be 2 Matt Ho in Hall of Fame.
All right.
All right. Dr. Chris Giles took us from 80 to 85. Jaron Trombley took us up to 90. And then Dr. Chris Giles back in the lead, $100.
HOF, you said?
HOF and a Ho. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got the Ho up there. No, you don't. Ho and Hall of Fame. Yep.
Nick's in the Hall of Fame.
All right, and last piece for Matt, one of these bendies. You can put 2 Matt,
To Matt. Thanks, Matt.
Ho and Hall of
I
Fame.
was hoping one of y'all would catch that. Andy's upset.
Tell him that's what he gets.
Oh, Tommy's getting up to fight.
You want a hole in there too, brother?
If you can squeeze it. Yeah, I reloaded it.
A hole on the side.
Okay, got the hole on the
Yeah,
side.
keep your hole on the
Be
side,
careful.
brother.
Be careful. You never have the hole on the side and get
After
caught.
40 years, he's like, yeah, forget it.
Oh, this is great.
All right, Frankie Love, the Turnbuckle King. Just an autograph on this one.
Gotcha. Hall of Fame, you think, or no?
If you want to add it,
autograph it?
we just
I just wanted the autograph. Some folks don't want that Hall of Fame on there.
some people remember you, the Mid-South legend. They're like,
Yeah,
WWE.
I think Mid-South was my best time. But I was younger.
All right, this one, if you can put first Royal Rumble winner in your autograph.
He shoots.
Oh, from
1998, wasn't it?
Florida.
It's close, though. So many people on this poster. Look at this.
Dr. Chris Giles in the lead for this original King Duggan promo. I need 105 or higher.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's do
I like
gold
that.
in that one. This one you just need to put your autograph.
What a guy.
This completes Frankie Loves.
Yeah, that looks good with the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame. Oh, see, I already got
Yeah,
that.
we
on
got
there.
it. We already did the work for you. All right, let's go back
Don't
to
have to tell you this, but
the black. Another turnbuckle. This one's for Corey Bear. If you can put on the top to Corey, Corey,
Gotcha.
and then he wants you to write the pride of Glens Fall and your autograph. Mark McAdams says, I'll never forget the coal miner's glove match. We were just talking about this, Mark. You know, last week we had a young lady that just, she just got released from WWE and she was 24 years old and, she has her fans. And then sometimes I sit up here, because I grew up on wrestling. I grew up on Mid-South. I grew up on Crockett. And sometimes I feel like I'm the oldest guy in the room, But good to hear
Flair?
Mark.
Name Flair.
I mean,
I just saw Rick last week. And
Oh, he was in Buffalo, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
good to see Rick. I get
Kevin Cave from Madison, Virginia. If you could put Ho, USA, Tough Guy Hall of Fame. They're sneaking it all in there.
along. Oh,
USA,
USA, tough guy.
HOF 2011. And then most importantly, let's get that autograph. All right. Jill Valentine, back on top, $110, which means I need a 115 or higher. And if you're out, let us know. Dr. Chris Giles, are you in? Jaron Trombley, are you in? Right now, 110 to Jill Valentine. All right, Andrew Vasquez, White Plains, New York. A lot of New York fans tonight.
Not far from Glens Falls.
If I can get a Ho, a USA, and a Hall of Fame for Andrew Vasquez.
I'm going on orders, Thomas.
I just printed out a stack.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Dr. Chris Giles back in the lead at 115.
All right, Doc.
Andy, I'm going to figure that out after we go off air. That's a good question. They tease me because I have an older phone,
Uh-huh.
and they're wondering if I still have the oldest phone or if you may have an older phone.
Is that a shot? I got
think it's a
feelings
shot.
too, you know.
I got feelings too, but
Big guys have bigger feelings, you know. Larger nerve endings.
Tim Weiss, Lewes, Delaware. Just an autograph on this.
D-Balls, you want to add anything to the license plate? Tommy's afraid to ask.
Not the license plate.
Not the
but-
license.
Sorry, the license. Tommy's afraid to ask you.
I think
It
HOA.
wasn't, it's already signed.
You want?
Yeah.
All right, and this one, you get the King Hacksaw treatment. Yes, Bahari, there was wrestling before 1992.
How dare these people pick on you, Michael?
The golden age, baby.
I think so.
Easier
Look.
to name 10 guys on that roster than today's roster.
It's true. Look at these collectible. You remember when we used to go to the newsstands? We'd run and we'd buy all these magazines, and now these are just gem mint pieces. I love these. I
1989.
mean, you could have a promo, but a magazine.
I haven't changed at all.
Not at all. All right, got that black pen handy for Derek Walters.
My brother,
You can put to Derek,
DER.
DEREK, and then a Ho, not on the side, and your autograph.
To Derek Aho. Had a good time home in Vegas, I'll tell you. That's it, Hacksaw?
Yep. That's what I love most about following you on social media is you can tell when you're on these trips with your wife, you're having a good time, you're seeing the world.
Oh, we enjoy it.
You're not just popping in there like when WWE. You're just popping in there, right? You're in, you're out.
Right.
You gotta get. Now
Yeah.
you're actually
well
enjoying
so-
the cities.
throwing a few health issues. You're like, hey, better smell the roses, you know.
All right, if you could add Mid-South North American champ.
All right. That was a huge belt.
Yes, it was. That was. I don't know if they had a bigger belt that was on TV. That was as heavy as it was big. Yeah.
It was a penalty to carry that thing around, man. You
Yeah,
know?
I bet.
Well, it came in its own piece of luggage. So, you know, if you're trying to travel, especially back in the day, you want to get by with 2 carry-on bags. And if one's a 50-pound belt. But I didn't have too many belts. That wasn't my deal.
Shirts related to my aunt.
As long as I win the fight, not that I
Let's,
don't care about the match.
Let's try to do. I want to see how this looks.
Yep.
If we can do 2 Derek, Ho,
TREK.
tough guy.
You need to step up.
If he calls again, I will.
Okay, we can handle.
All right, Jill is out on the promo right now. Dr. Chris Giles, 115. I'll give us a last call if anyone wants to do 120 or higher. Or Dr. Chris Giles,
Thanks, Doc.
be the winner.
The old HOF in there, too. There you go, brother. It's a different picture.
Yeah, this was created by a artist in Europe. What city is it?
MSC. He's in France.
France. So
Whoa.
we have a guy from France and we have a guy in Canada, both making USA edits. How about that? All right, what do we got next here, Nick?
This bad boy right here. We're gonna do the wood.
Whoa.
Sign it as big as possible across.
Do we want to do?
I like lumber, I
Alright.
tell you. But you know what happened one time, Michael? I got a really bad splinter in my thumb, you know?
Oh, yeah?
On the way to the ring, and I went, oh.
The first piece of wood being signed today. Now that we have 2 sizes, we have the 3 foot, which you're seeing here, and we have a 1 foot that is a little handier to ship for sure.
These were actually the size I used. 'Cause,
This?
you know, when I went over to Europe, I had to bring my own board because everything over there is metric.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
their boards are much, much bigger.
All right, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Autograph, Ho, USA, and Hall
Oh,
of
I
Fame.
got it, baby.
At least you have enough room for it.
Oh, yeah. I sign a lot of lumber.
Man, it's like you've done
Bingo.
this. It's like you've done this 100 times. The spacing was perfect. All right, let's.
3 foot.
Let's start.
Same thing.
Let's try a different
Yeah,
pen,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's do that.
That one kinda-
Same thing.
Yeah.
Autograph, Ho, USA, Hall of Fame.
Anyway, I love looking at these things. I know he's on a couple of them.
All right, I think it's fair to say it was a good challenge, but the doctor has won. Dr. Chris Giles, 115 on that promo.
Well, thanks, Doc.
We will, Tommy will invoice you now, and then we'll bring it back on camera to get signed. All right, we're going to look at some of the,
We do have a producer's note.
okay,
There is 2 more available at 115 that they're willing to release from the Duggan
okay.
collection.
They had 3
Yes.
in their collection. So if there is someone else that would like 115, we'll match it. They're
Yep.
up to 2 people.
Yep.
All right, Chad Dunowski, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just needs
Hey.
autograph and a hoe.
Gotcha. Not the Chad, just autograph.
Just Chad. Yep. No Chad.
It's a nice piece of wood. Became a connoisseur of lumber.
Kind of nice
You
little.
wanna- Oh,
Nice to have Home Depot within walking distance. So.
a lot easier than a bulldog or a bird or a snake.
That's true. Let's do that side with a little knot. 2 lance, a hoe, and an autograph.
Gotcha. One thing, these pens eat the markers up big time.
Yeah, they
Let's see
do.
if this one.
lot of-
Whole.
A lot of ink going into the wood.
Has us sucking it up, right?
All right, we got one more short one, and we got a couple of
Snub
long
nose boards. Keep one of these in my trunks at all time.
to Nick, and then an autograph. This is for Nicholas Miller in Mahoney City, Pennsylvania.
Oh, hi Nick. Thank you. And you know my deal. Use this only for good, no evil.
That'd be your worst nightmare, right? You hear about all these crazy things happening. And it was a piece of wood signed by Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hall of Famer. All right, hand me some more of that wood while we got that pen. Do you want to use the big? You like that pen or this?
I think this one works better than
Okay,
that one.
okay. All right, these are the 3-foot
The
pieces.
big ones.
Let's-
These are tough to ship too, though. You know.
Oh, I know. We are aware.
Yeah. I
You
don't,
wanna know?
I don't have to tell you, huh, brother?
I don't even know if this one's gonna make it. This one's in Ontario, Canada.
Oh man.
Just an autograph on this one for Calajero Laduca. We're gonna have to tell a fib on the. We're gonna have to say this was a poster or something, because if I say this is a piece of pine wood, I don't think it's getting into Canada.
Going into Canada, no, not nowadays, right?
All right, the doctor is paid. Bring up that promo while I got his instructions right here on there. He said in black or blue Sharpie. I'm gonna do a blue
Hi,
Sharpie.
Doc.
on
How
this
you
one.
doing?
All right, this is the Dr. Chris Giles. He won this.
Where's Doc from?
Chris Giles, remind me where you're from. I should know this by now.
Georgia.
Georgia, okay. He would like for you to put yours in sport, the original tough guy, King Duggan. King Hacksaw.
I hear it.
Yours in sport. The
Sport or sports?
yours in
Sport.
sport. The original tough guy.
King Hacksaw.
King Hacksaw Duggan. And then a hoe. There we go.
It's a big hoe, Doc.
All right. Back to the black. We'll do some more of this wood. And guys, you still have time to go to highspotsauctions.com. Grab Andy's Metallic. Grab that ice cream bar. Grab a piece of wood.
Oh, prime.
Prime wood. All right. This is for Ryan Lineberger, Lakeland, Florida. I beat people up, tough guy.
Okay.
All right. The doctor's from Milledgeville, Georgia. That's right. Oh, Andy, that's a good idea. I'll just send it.
Bahari smuggling.
Bahari, I need you to pack a large suitcase when I see you in Dallas.
Smuggling the wood.
I need 3 foot or larger, please.
No, when he's just tell him to drive to New Jersey.
Nah, I can't wait that long. See him next week. All right, Graham Nash. Oh my gosh, going to England? This never making it.
Oh, man, that's-
You might as well not even sign that right now.
Never making it.
Wishful, well, you never
Maybe
know,
another
right?
piece.
It might just be there till next year,
You get
but
another piece.
No, that one's fine. Let's do Royal Rumble 1988 winner. I don't normally allow questions, but I'll give you one, Jim. He wants to know your opinion of Ultimate Warrior Backstage.
he was not a very personable guy, to put it politely. Yeah, he wasn't a people person. And you know, he had to have his own dressing room, which I always thought was a penalty. You know, you have your own dressing room, you're sitting there like a big shot. I'm in my own, everybody else is in there playing cards,
Yeah.
having a good time, talking around, but yeah, he was not a real personable guy.
All right,
But he got over.
He
you
did.
know.
Jacob Wheeler.
Jacob, how's it going?
He just needs an autograph and a hoe.
Hey, that's a joke there, buddy. Yeah, actually, Bruiser Brody's the guy that suggested I carry something to the ring. He says, Duggan, if you carry something to the ring, carry something you can use. Forget the feathered boas and sequin robes. And just in the dressing room in West Texas, I looked down, I'm like, well, here's a piece of wood.
That's really where you found it?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because all the, it's a heel, and back then people spit on you and punch you, trying to get to the ring.
You want to take a chain and whip it?
All right.
Brody,
USA all the way.
gotcha.
Tough guy and a hoe.
Especially on the 4th of July.
What are your plans for the 4th of July? What are you
Oh,
doing? You traveling?
No, we're home this
Oh,
weekend.
nice.
Yeah, we've been going like 8 weeks in a row. Deborah works me harder than Vince. It's amazing. People still, I mean, you show up these Comic Cons, folks line up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's humbling to have people remember, from the
Oh, yeah.
80s. As you know, you do it all the time, brother. Yeah.
Well, let me have this.
So with Bruiser being the one that told you to do it, did you ever walk out like Bruiser used to with the chain and just start slinging?
Well,
it
that's
to
what,
the-
yeah, that's what happened, brother.
To Tough Guy Tim.
Bruiser walking out in Japan just with the chain full bore, just whipping people.
That gold looks good on there, man.
Mm-hmm. You could squeeze a hoe and a.
I certainly have over the years. Hall of Fame. Oh, we already got that on there.
Yep.
So many. So many.
No, yeah, Brody and I worked together. That's where I became Hacksaw, because I started off as Big Jim,
Mm-hmm.
wore a mask as Convict, wrestled as Wild Man Duggan, and then Hacksaw.
Let's do that one real quick for me.
All right, this one probably ordered after we went live, right?
Yep.
Kyle Bell, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ah, cool.
We give a
Just an
shout out.
autograph.
Give a shout out to Retro Remix 3D for hooking us up with these things. So they did a Macho Man, Michael.
Yeah,
They sold out in 2 hours,
really?
and it was way more than we had.
Wow.
Yeah. So these are taking off. So we want to thank Tony over at Retro Remix 3D for helping
Yeah.
us out.
And the 2x4s are a replica of
We-
the foam 2x4s.
We
That's the way.
why did we buy 2x4s? We could have just had him print these.
He actually had to go to great distance for those things. So Tony, I appreciate you, man. All right. Let's start working on some orders.
All right.
and We'll go from there.
All right, what color on this one?
Just that blue, a little baby thin blue that we always do.
Thin deck.
Excuse me.
Tommy, how are we looking on orders? Okay.
All right, Todd Lewis, Belleville, Florida. One of these old WCW main event cards.
Well,
Yes,
imagine-
Frank, we did.
Frankie Love.
No, Frank Cesaro asked if we had already done the pre-order ice cream bars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did a whole stack up.
Imagine grabbing somebody in a headlock today. They boo you out of the arena. Drop kick, super flip flop.
He said he wants you to make something. He said something patriotic for the inscription. Okay, well, how about USA? That's good. There we go.
Yeah, I quit watching football when they started kneeling.
A lot of people do.
Yeah. Got out of the habit,
That's because then you realize I can live without it.
Mm.
That's good. You like that blue? Or you want to do black?
And Tommy, can you look at that last one?
Yeah,
Let's
that's a
do
little
black.
black on the
Let's
next
try
one.
black. Let me grab you another one. Let's just see what it looks like before you move on.
We'll come back to it. All right, we got one of these. Josh Hector. I got black right here.
Black,
Tommy, did you see
Beautiful.
Frank's comment?
You can put to Josh.
JOSH.
I'm sorry, yeah, to Josh. JOSH. Never stop being patriotic.
Gotcha. Excuse me.
And the autograph.
Which one do you like better?
Both look good to me.
Nick, which one do you like better? Black or blue? There's blue, black.
Yeah, I think the black shows up a little
All
better.
right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll redo this
Whoa.
one.
We'll do this
Dressed
one.
up Hacksaw.
This is to Josh.
I think I might go to that. signed this to me. Sweet.
That was a good class. Road Warriors, Sean.
On the right there, if you could put Hall of Fame 2011, Ho, and a tough guy. Beautiful. I love the way that looks.
Yeah, that looks good on there, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's looking for an ice cream bar. See if they got some.
Who? Frank?
Oh, I like your shirt, brother. Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Who won that first one? It was a good-looking guy, long hair and a beard.
Tim Kilkenny, Dixon, California. If you could just, he said, make. Do we just? Oh, this is the one we're redoing.
Yeah, we're redoing it.
Oh,
He said,
okay, yep.
God bless the USA. Yep.
Yeah, the black looks better.
All right.
Let's see what his order was.
The king has spoken. Black looks better than the blue.
On this one, yeah. What do you think? Yeah.
All right, Michael Provost got one of these signed. Just need an autograph right there.
That's a good one, man. You got Brett
Mm-hmm.
and Ron. Both those guys are hard to get. What do you think? Right across here, be
Yep.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Frank. Oh. Oh, Frank. The reason why is because you were able to buy it before we turned on the items.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was able to buy it on Sunday at 5:10 a.m.
How do you do that?
I mean, there's clever ways. Frank, we will take care of you.
Matthew Zadel, Brookhaven, Georgia. If you can put two Matthew and then anything you want to add. Two Matthew.
Catch him there. You pulling that for me, Tom? Thank you, sir. Here you go. Thank you. All right, you got this. I'll watch the thing real quick.
All right, Brandon Stark, Prince Frederick, Maryland.
Hey, brother.
We could start with a two Brandon, Brandon.
My friend Retro Remix is in the comments, so thank
Oh.
you, Retro.
All right, 1988 Rumble.
Do what?
Your autograph, HOF, and Ho.
Beautiful.
Did we get a Ho on that? Did we get? Squeeze a little Ho.
Yeah, we're just pulling that.
Michael Provost is back. Just nice and easy autograph.
Hi, Michael. Just autograph?
Mm-hmm.
So let me go check the orders to make sure. I mean, he paid it at 5:10 a.m. So
Can you look at Jaron Trombley and make sure we can do that?
make sure we can do it.
Yeah. Just authorize it. All right, Frank Cicero.
Gotcha.
So this one's just an autograph.
All right, man.
Frank is in Staten Island, New York.
He got Brett and Roddy.
Let's pick up this beautiful Andy Asylum. You can put two Frank, your autograph, and a Ho.
I got you. I got you. I see what you're saying. We're good. Authorized.
Want to do black or light blue on that?
I would do the black.
All right.
But if you don't like it, we can always redo it. So there's just a lot going on in that photo.
You'd
So.
say light blue?
Listen to Nick.
All right,
Good
let's
shot, man.
let's go to Nick. Let's see how Nick's decision of light blue turns out. I think he might be right on this one. All right, Anthony Militek, Fort Lee, New Jersey. If you can put two Anthony, bow peasant, and then King.
Oh, the blue looks horrible.
Anthony's gonna believe you.
Trash, Nick. You trash.
Bowel peasant?
Yeah, we got so much more. Just load up that ink. To Anthony Bow Peasant.
Oh shit.
Oh. Can we get another one of those? I primed it too much, so I got a little. All right.
Joke there.
To Anthony.
Powell Peasant.
Actually works in your favor, Anthony. Now the autograph's nice in blue.
Should it be King Hacksaw? Or?
Yep. King Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hey, Don, we had a couple sent in, but we don't have any to auction. All right.
Big John Stud, man. And Mean Gene. Gene was housemates with me for Legend House. You ever see Legend House?
Oh, yeah. All right, here's where we're at. This is now an active bid. We started this with... Who started this bid?
Jaron Trombley.
Jaron Trombley. Started this bid at $80, so I need 85 or higher. This is an original Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Steve. No, this one's Jay Stahl. Not even a Steve Taylor.
WCW.
WCW, yeah.
That's a different one.
So it's at $80. I need $5 increments. If anybody wants to bid 85 or higher, 85 or higher. All right, that's what's up right now. All right, let's go. Let's do.
Well, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what color will look good. Maybe gold.
It almost looks like a painting or something.
It does. Let's see how this looks. This is for D Balls, Daniel Bessels. Just needs an autograph.
We only got the 2 left.
All right, this one looked real good in silver, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll stick with silver on that one. Yeah.
Just autograph on that. All right, Dr. Chris Giles, 85. Robbie Travels, $90. We got a bidding war. Let's go, guys. All right, and the last one for Daniel Bessels. We'll sign it in traditional blue, old school blue Sharpie, before they made all these fun colors. All right, the doctor back on top, $100 to Dr. Chris Giles. Right here is what we're bidding on right now, an original WCW promo.
WCW.
And once this closes, I'll show you the other 2 that we have. Hold on.
WWF.
I'm gonna step out here. My dad is calling for retouch.
All right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do Michael Kristoff.
Oh, sorry.
Can you say I'm a hoe? No, I'm just kidding. All right,
I heard about you, though.
Yeah.
But,
So this one's going to Michael in Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. He just wants 2 Michael. And then just a beautiful signature and a big old ho!
is it, oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. I just got to yell it, man.
Thought you were calling
It's my
my
only
wife.
opportunity. No, I can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that poor Deborah.
My wife beat the shit out of me.
She's heard all my jokes before.
They're solid jokes. You got me and Nick cracking up over here. We appreciate it. And guys, you guys can head over to highspotsauctions.com, pick up a photo, pick up a piece of wood for anything that you need for this amazing Hall of Famer sitting right here.
I
The
really
next
wasn't joking earlier.
we weren't joking. Oh God! Can we switch to the black for me?
Yeah.
This one right here is going to go to David in Braintree, Massachusetts. He wants David. Ho! USA.
That's a pretty good hole, brother.
Hey, thanks, man. I've been hoeing it since I was a kid. Solid hoe.
Well, you know, Flair, always goes, woo! And
Yeah.
I'm like, Rick, are your trunks too tight or what? Woo! It's more like a ho!
I don't think Rick can handle that, man. I don't think Rick can handle it.
Oh, I just saw Rick, man. We get
How
along.
was he?
Good. I get along with Rick, man.
You throw 2 USAs on there for me right there?
Yeah. Only time I've been an hour in the ring was with Rick. Because back in the day when he was world champ, they couldn't beat him. They couldn't beat the local guy, so he had to go an hour time limit.
Yeah.
It's a long time in the ring.
That one's going to David. Up next, we got our friend Robbie in Belgium.
Oh, cool.
This one's definitely, and he wants 2 Robbie. Hi-oh!
Gotcha.
Tough guy.
R-O-B-I-E?
Yep.
2 B's.
BBIE. Yep. Out in Belgium. I don't even know what time it is. I don't think Robbie's watching. What are the chances, boys?
Yeah, you never know. We were just over in Europe in April.
Yeah, how was that?
Great. I did a stand-up show and did it in Glasgow, Manchester, and London.
Wait, does anybody else in this office know that Jim Duggan's doing stand-up? How was it? All right, Steak never talks, so that's impressive. He never talks.
I haven't heard him all day. I said hello. He went, eh.
You throw give me a hoe and a tough guy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's got to be a great stand-up. Next time that comes through town, we're gonna go.
And
That's
it's
good.
you know it's a positive look at wrestling. It's been a great business for me. You know, everybody sees the dark side of the ring
Yeah.
and all the horror stories. You know, Deborah and I've been together 41 years.
Woo, congratulations.
I never had to go to rehab for booze or drugs. Put 2 daughters through
It's
college.
midnight in Belgium.
Well, technically 12:30.
He could be walking.
He said he's watching.
Oh, congratulations, Robbie.
All right,
Hey,
cool,
Robbie.
brother. Get
Dan-
some sleep, buddy.
Daniel Greathouse, Austin, Texas, wants 2 Dan, Ho, USA, and Tough Guy. He wants the whole smorgasbord.
Gotcha.
That's awesome. 41 years. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Well, there's other guys that are successful in business. You just never hear the stories. You just always hear the horror
the
stories.
horror stories, yeah. They don't sell as good when you're doing well.
Yeah,
you gotta have some trepidation in your life to make it sell.
I can't throw no stones. I mean, I get as much booze and drugs as anybody.
There you go, Nick. I'll give you that one. We're just going to skip over a couple of these, make sure we keep the same pen in hand. So we're good to go. All right, this next one right here. One of the big Andy Metallics, 11 by 14.
They're nice, aren't they?
Yeah, I love them to death. Robert Love. This one's going to Concord, California. He wants to name the Hall of Fame, the 2011 USA and Ho.
Not to Robert, though, right?
Nope, not to Robert, just your Sig.
Gotcha.
All right, awesome. And guys, like I said, we're getting to the end of this. I know on auction right now we have this beautiful 1994, just great, WCW 8x10 promo. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Great. Going right now. Who's the leader on that, Tommy?
Still Jaron Tromley at 105.
That's awesome. All right.
Cool.
All right, there you go. Congratulations, Robert Love. That one's coming to you. We got another 11 by 14 Andy Metallic right here. This one's going to be to Austin Pierce in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. To Austin, ho! And he put Hacksaw, but I think he doesn't understand that Hacksaw comes on everything. Hacksaw's the autograph. So to Austin, ho!
Give them a hoe early.
Yep, give him the ho early. The early hoes get the
I
worm.
said everybody should start the day off with a good hoe.
Good ho, Nick. Tomorrow morning you going to start off with a good ho, Nick?
Yeah.
All right.
Not so much enthusiasm there, Nick. Holy
Yeah, I
smoke.
guess if I have to.
And between, what, steak over here?
Yeah.
Between
big
those 2 guys, holy smokes.
All right.
Steak, I'm giving you a hard time, buddy. Oh, I heard something out of there. I heard a noise over
You
there.
pop steak. That's awesome. You pop steak. All right. Take that one for me right there. I saw that's a mistake I made, but we're going to fix that here in a minute. All right. So this one is just Tough Guy, ho,
Gotcha.
and your autograph. And this one's going out to Jonathan in New City, New York, not New York City.
New City, New York.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It was,
Oh, it looks like we got too many of these.
Jaron Tromley's up to 115.
We got too many of these. Nate, grab me another one of those 11 by 14 Andys, please. Yeah, too many things got pulled. So we're going to fix that here in a minute. All right, beautiful. Congratulations, Jonathan, in New City, New York. Never heard of that.
Man,
All right.
me neither.
This one's-
not a whole lot of folks heard of Glens Falls. So.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go right here. This one's just going to be a big signature in a Hall of Fame for Gary Williams in Sydney, New York. Here's an order for you, Nick. Thank you, sir. All right.
What else went on?
Just give me a Hall of Fame if you don't mind on the bottom of it. He didn't ask for anything, but we're going to add it.
Be my pleasure.
Yes. This is going to be a great going up to New York. Here you go, Nick. All right, let's switch to the gold. Which gold did Michael use earlier? This one or this one?
I think it was that one.
All right, let's use this one right here, sir. This one is our Hall of Fame. Absolutely love these things.
Yeah.
Look amazing. This one's going to Eric Golden, and he wants, Eric, listen up, tough guy. And he is in Montgomery, Alabama. Oh, that does look great. I know you guys can't see the translation on camera. Nick, look at this thing. That is beautiful.
Listen up, tough guy.
If you guys haven't, Tom, you haven't shut off orders yet, have you?
No, not yet.
All right, so guys, I would head to if you're a fan of these Hall of Fames. I know me and Andy have switched it up from the blue to the black, but guys, it doesn't
Both came out
translate that
good.
well in perfect. But that thing is great. That looks
Want me
fantastic.
to turn off items right now?
Nope, I don't. I want you to keep them open. All right, let's keep that gold out. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Let's keep that gold out right now. This one's going to Bob Satan, and he wants Yo Big Bob, tough guy, and then your autograph. This one's going out to Sedalia. I'm saying that wrong. In Missouri.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Louisiana.
Is that how we say that?
Yeah, Sedalia.
Yeah, Sedalia.
A tough guy.
Yep. Give me a tough guy after that, and then a good Hacksaw autograph. Big Bob, this pen looks amazing on this dark background, so I'm just gonna have him ride with this. It looks fantastic.
That was a nice board. Someone I got quite a collection of boards over the
I was
years.
gonna say you probably got a cool little collection. I'm surprised out of all the weird gimmicks WWF ever did in like the 90s and stuff, there was never like a termite that came after you. And I was always surprised. I was like,
just nobody came to break my thumb, you know.
yeah. So
Would have killed my whole gimmick
Oh
off.
my God! Could
Broke
you,
Duggan's thumb.
yeah. Could you imagine the T-shirt?
This doesn't work.
Instead of the I broke Wahoo's leg, I broke Duggan's thumb. This one's going out to Josh in Tempe, Arizona. He just wants a big hoe
Okay.
in
Yeah.
his autograph. I feel it, man. I feel it in my bones. All right.
Yeah, that's why I'm not up in Stamford, Connecticut. I got an idea. Yeah, thanks, Duggan. Keep going.
All right, guys. Keep
Nice,
cruising.
thanks, brother. Keep.
But you got to remember, somebody pitched the idea of the Repo Man,
Yeah, right.
the dumpster guy. There was a lot going on
There's
in
been
this.
a lot, man.
All right, so right here, this one
I
is.
like this picture.
Yeah, that's a great picture. And like I said, all these are available to you for you to use on the road. So if they see you later on in life, they can get one of these from
Cool.
you. So two
Silver
Austin.
gold, you think?
Yeah, let's stick with silver. Or two gold. It's looking great. Two Austin. Ho! And this is the one we had to fix earlier. Austin, I'm going to give you that free 11x14 I gave Nick earlier that I messed up on. I apologize, but we'll throw it in as a 4th of July gift for you.
That a good
Yeah.
job.
And then just give him a big hoe. All right, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yep. So that with that one, Austin, congratulations. You're going to get 2 pieces. Now, I don't know if that gold's going to work. We're gonna hang on to that one real quick. Yeah.
We sold another of the King Duggan original promos.
Oh, good.
Can you go grab another
So,
King?
Frank, let us know in the comments section what you would like Mr. Hacksaw.
Did
Jim
you
Duggan to
invoice
write on
him?
it. I just did.
10-4, thank you. Pay the invoice first, Frank. Just to make life easier. Let's stick with that same photo. This one's just to Jason Breen in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
He just wants to Jason, and then that beautiful signature of Hacksaw.
And we're still at
No, let's give me a tray and all that stuff, and wait until he pays.
We're still at 115 for the other WCW original promo to Jaron Trombley.
Love that. Absolutely love it.
That gold looks good on
That
there.
gold
man.
looks amazing. Like I said, people are going to definitely love that. We got to give it some time to dry, though. That's going to be the fun part. All right, this next one is for Chris Witt in Grayson, Kentucky. He just wants you to write to Chris, and then that beautiful signature. I don't know. I kind of want to waste one and see how gold looks on this.
You wanna?
So you may want to go get me another one just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side. But I love giving Michael's money away. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do in the pastime. All right, so we're going to stick with that same gold pen, and we're going to do this throne right here. He wants King of the WWF.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
With so much gold.
But I just want to see how it looks
All
for
right.
my own vanity.
King of the.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's hard because there's
I
so
don't know,
many
but it's so
colors in there.
beautiful, though.
But
Just give
yeah.
finish me off with the signature. I'll do the 1 of 1. I'll just add it 1 of 1, and we'll.
All right, take a look at them.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just gonna. We'll sell it off later on in another show, and it's just it looks so good. All right, we're gonna stick with that King. You guys did black earlier or blue?
I think
you did
blue
The
might
light
work.
blue.
This one right
I
here.
think blue might work, man. Let me try this one.
Okay, 10-4. Can't fight with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And if you could add King of the WWF to that one. And this one, like I said, it's going out to Chris Witt in Grayson, Kentucky. Thanks so much, Chris. If you want to be just like Chris and have a cool item from this amazing Hall of Famer, head over to highspotsauctions.com. Right now, orders are still available. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's so
Marker
cool.
still work?
Yeah, I think, check your hand for me.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, check your hand. Check the side of your hand. Yeah. Can we get him a clean rag and let's get another photo for me? But don't worry about that. Guys, what we have up for auction right now, you said 115 right now for this amazing we're going to get you something to clean that with. WCW original promo from 1994. Oh, the good old days of wrestling right there. Steak, what did you think of 1994 WCW?
It was right.
Yeah.
Here we go. So just wipe that on it, and then it will come right off.
All right, brother.
Yep, and you'll be good to go. It happens. Happens. I do not have the King Hacksaw. Hacksaw's over here somewhere. King Hacksaw, where's that promo at that you had for me? Yeah, right here. King Hacksaw promo, guys. He only has one more available after this. King Hacksaw promo right there. Original WWF. And Hacksaw and his wife will both tell you, the moment I saw these, I flipped out. Because these are the one things that we've always looked for was King Duggan anything. And there's some other stuff that he has in the back that I'm super excited about. Hopefully you'll see later on. But this is super cool. 115. You said 115 for this one, right?
Jaron Trombley.
Jaron Trombley.
The close? 115 close?
Yeah, 115. Well, Jaron Trombley bought a second one. We're waiting on him. And then right now we're still open. Dr. Chris Giles on this one right here. A 120. Even better. All right, let's stick with this one.
Yeah.
Blue
So,
Sharpie.
I forgot. I started off with the
let's
King
do-
of the WWF.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to, do that. Just aim down. Yeah, there you go.
We haven't started.
All right, so we'll give him that one. Got a little smooched on his hand, so we're gonna give him another one. Everything good?
Yeah, we did the light blue on the other one, but
He,
you did
Oh,
this
well,
man,
you want to
this
try
man
that
carried
one?
a 2x4 for a living. I'm good. No, that looks great. That looks phenomenal.
There's
and
so many colors. It's hard to.
Yeah, so many. Now that looks great. Now here's fun. Do we do blue or black on this one because of the black
Black
trunks?
trunks, yeah,
gotta
probably.
do the black, my man. Right here, right there. this one right here is going to go out to Brian in Maricopa, Arizona. He wants Brian Best Vocals Slammy
right.
87. Oh, let's trade her out. There we go. There you go, boss. Find a trash can for me, Nick. All the wood, dry that thing out. Don't say
what was
anything.
that?
Yep.
Best
Best
Vocals?
Vocals Slammy 87. Do you still have the Slammy?
I do. That's best vocals.
I was a huge Owen Hart fan as a kid, and he used to come out with the two Slammies all the time. I used
That
to
one too. I got for best vocals and best hit. I hit Harley with a 2x4.
Yep, I remember
So
that.
I got a couple of Slammies at home. They're actually beautiful statues, man.
Oh, they
They're
look great.
heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to lug those things to the ring. Guys, look how beautiful this looks. Stay, give me the hard cam. Guys, head over to highspotsauctions.com. We're too lazy. We haven't shut off orders yet. But look how amazing that looks. Oh, fantastic. There you go, Nick. There's another order for you. All right, we're going to go back to Andy's edits. This one's going to be for Jason in Kirkwood, New York.
Want to stick with the black, brother?
I like the black. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite pens, and just a signature for me in a
Gotcha.
Hall of Fame. Like I said, this one's going out to Jason in Kirkwood, New York. You going to sign this one? You got me an inscription?
did not. Can you put it in the comments?
Frank Cicero, congratulations. Let me know how you want this signed. That looks great. Oh,
I
Andy,
got all
thanks so much for doing
the
this edit.
stages of Hacksaw.
I thought
too.
Andy was going to quit. The amount of times that we had to keep going back and forth, I thought Andy was going to quit. So, Andy, I appreciate it, but it looks amazing. Okay, this one's going out to the UK. This one's going to Martin Craig's. But Martin has a unique way of spelling his name.
T-Y-N.
Yes, sir. So, Martin, we're going to make sure we take care of that for you. Beautiful. And then give me a ho and a best wishes and then Hacksaw.
And we're out of the King Duggan promo. Adam Clemens got the last one. I'm invoicing him right now.
That's awesome.
A hoe and a what?
If you just want to hide a Hall of Fame in there somewhere, give the man a good Hall of Fame. Oh, that's so good.
That's got the
That's-
cape. They got
yeah.
all kinds of the
Yeah.
progression of Hacksaw.
Oh, the whole career of Hacksaw. I love it. Absolutely.
Well, thanks, brother. One
Yeah.
piece of paper.
Oh, love it.
We got everything
Love
in
it.
there.
Love the piece. Love the piece. All right, this one right here is going to be, he just wants a big ho.
All right. If you're going to hoe like you mean
And
it,
if you
brother.
want to do two Brad on top of that when you get a chance.
Brad?
Yep, two Brad. And then there you go. Just a beautiful signature. And if I just stand corrected, Nick, go grab me the last one of this one. And then we need to close off this one, right?
Yep.
And then What do we do? Do I have any more orders?
I'm about to print in a minute. Let me just.
All right.
Right now for the King, or I'm sorry, for the WCW
So
promo,
good.
Adam Clemens is at 125.
Did Frank tell me what he wanted on this King Duggan?
No, not yet.
All right, so we're gonna hold off on that because it is
Ask
such
him
an.
again in the comments.
Frank, if you can hear me out there in La La Land.
Frank, come
We're
in,
waiting on
Frank. Ground control to Frank.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign these cool things while we're
Get
hanging
that
out.
one, brother.
Let's switch out to the blue, Highspots blue right there for me. Switch out with you. Oh, we got another one right here. Right here.
Beautiful.
This one, okay, he wants the Hall of Fame. Don Rhodes in Canada. I can't do that. Can we, Michael?
What?
It says no inscriptions, and he put an inscription. I can't do that. Do you like Don Rhodes enough?
You put a whole thing.
All right. Give me a Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a Hall of Fame and a USA somewhere on there.
Who got the last King Duggan?
Adam Clemens.
We're waiting on the
Adam,
invoice.
he just paid. I'm printing out his invoice right now. Let us know what you'd like put on it in the comments section. And right
Hoe in
now,
a
he's
Hall of
still
Fame?
Yeah, if you can put a hoe in a Hall of
Fame. Yeah, got it.
Don Rhodes, don't make this a habit of putting inscriptions where it says don't put inscriptions. I know Michael's a
squeezed it in there, though,
pushover.
brother.
I know
We
Michael's a
squeezed it in.
pushover, but I'm not. Here you go, boss. That's why we have rules in this society.
For Frank Cicero's.
Thank God he ain't a cop, huh?
What?
For Frank Cicero's King Duggan, he wants you to write to Frank, bow down. I've been on King Hacksaw Hall of Fame.
Okay,
20.
give this to Tommy to write down. No, I know, but I don't have my phone with me.
Got it.
Let's have Tommy write that down because I don't. That's ridiculous. All right, let's get this blue back right here. We're gonna stick with just the Hacksaw Jim Duggan on that, please.
Gotcha.
This one's going out to Frank again. Perfect. We're gonna do all of Frank's order together. That's gonna be fantastic. He got this beautiful ice cream bar and one of the last major bendies we were able to find
Oh,
with the
cool.
classic patriotic paint job. You didn't want to do this for the rest of your career? Just draw an American flag
Well,
on
if
your
I
face?
knew they were going to make an action figure every time I painted my face,
yeah.
I would have painted it every other
He's
week.
like, I would have
right?
been everything. I would have been demolition.
Yeah.
Yep. So just a Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a hoe on that, please. Nick, what'd you do with that order? No, not this one. The one you just had.
I added the inscription to the Frank Cicero one that he wants.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So that's this one.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna do Frank's right next.
Adam.
That's Frank's. Okay. All right, let's take this from you. Let's rob that. That goes with that last order. And then Frank, we're gonna do your amazing WWF.
This marker's going to get a little...
Get a little wonky.
Yeah.
I'll do that while you're doing this. And we're going to take this black one back from me. And this one right here, I'm going to let you just read this. This is
Gotcha.
a lot. To Frank,
Bow
down.
I've been on King Hacksaw Hall of...
I don't get the I've been on Hacksaw. I don't understand that part.
Maybe before we start writing, we just let him clarify what that means. That
I've
way-
been on King Hacksaw.
I've been on King Hacksaw. Is it I been? Like,
No,
Sounds
I know, but it doesn't make sense. I've been on Hacksaw. What is
that's
that?
I'm saying.
That
Like,
sounds
Frank,
like
please
Deborah.
let us know what you want.
Yeah. No, I understand, but let's make sure before we sign a very expensive
Something might
promo.
have got lost in translation.
It'd be different if we had more to spare, but we don't. This one's going out to Mark McAdams. We're gonna go back
My
to
Mark.
We're gonna go back to the ice cream bars. Here you go,
These are
boss.
cool as can be.
I did prime it for you.
Thank
Once again, shout out to Retro Remix, our good friend over there. He's
Where's that? Here in town?
Nope. He's out of Texas, doing a great job. He's reliving all of these kids' candy or ice cream bars.
Yeah.
So, and then yours was absolutely love this.
And
This
that's
was
an exact replica
Yeah.
of the foam 2x4s.
So he sent me. He has been working on this for about a month. How to figure out how to do this and everything. And I will say he went over.
He did a good job.
So Tony, you've done a great job. Thank you,
did
sir.
Very nice.
There you go, Nick. All right, we got two right now coming from our friend Robert in Hartford, Connecticut. So right there, if you just want to sign Old Hartford Whalers Stomping Ground.
This pin's getting a little
A
wide.
little wide. All right, let's do a. Ooh, there we go.
Josh, after that, I got Frank's.
Yeah. Take this to Tommy and have him fix that.
No, I mean, no, it's exactly right. It's just the way he phrases
Let's try it.
is unique.
Yeah, like
Trade
a
it this
little
way.
more narrow. Yeah.
Try that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then Nick, just set a signature on this next one right here.
Beautiful.
There you go, sir.
I'm going to talk you through the Frank Cicero one.
Cool. We'll do Frank next because it doesn't make any sense. It probably does for them youngins, but That looks great.
Yeah.
And like I said, guys, you will get stands with these things. Really cool WWF stands up right there in your collection. All right, we're gonna work through this together.
All right, buddy. Okay.
He wants bow down on one line.
Okay, so we're gonna give you this. So let's start off with to Frank, bow down.
To Frank.
Yep. And then bow down.
Bow down.
Yep. And then we're gonna go switch to Tommy on this one.
Then go to the next line.
Okay.
And put I've been on.
Okay.
I've been on.
Yep.
And then the next line, he wants your signature.
Okay.
So King
But he wants-
Hacksaw,
Yeah. King Hacksaw. Yep.
King Hacksaw, Jim Duggan.
Okay.
And then the next line, Hall of Fame 2011.
So what does it mean by I've been on? Nick, you're young. Do you understand what that means?
Sorry for the inscription. It's a Beyonce song.
Oh,
I knew that.
I didn't. You're better than me, bud.
Wrestler's honor.
And then for the other one.
What other one?
the
Adam?
Adam Clemens.
Okay, we're gonna do Adam next.
Hey, Adam.
For the he wants. Hang on, I just had it. Let me see. Yeah, scroll back up. Sorry about that. I just lost it because the feed keeps moving. Okay, he said sign King Hacksaw Jim Duggan and an inscription of whatever Mr. Duggan would like to put.
So let's do Hacksaw, King Hacksaw Jim Duggan first. And then whatever you want to put after that.
Winner of the first Royal Rumble, I think.
Yeah, like I said, we've had a great career. The first Rumble winner.
All right, and orders are going to get cut off in about 1 minute.
They need to be cut off because we're missing out on VGT time. Because
VGT's not going on until 7:30.
I know, but I'm still gonna interview him if you don't hurry up. And I'm gonna give him the great. Oh, looks great. Phenomenal promo right there. All right, Tommy, close this one up. Congratulations to.
Adam Clemens at 120.
All right, Adam Clemens, I trust you since you just bought this one. Adam, he's gonna invoice you, but you're gonna tell me right now how do you want this one signed from WCW, and we're gonna get that one done real quick. While we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and get these remaining 3 ice cream bars that you'll be able to get at Highspot or at Turbo Tuesday next. Yeah, that's a good one. Turbo Tuesday next Tuesday at 7 o'clock with Michael. If you just want to give me the full treatment, the Hall of Fame after your autograph.
Got you, brother.
Yes, sir. Nick, these are just stock. Okay. Do we have wood 2x4s in there?
Yeah.
Bring me some. Bring me everything that needs to be signed. That's just his autograph. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. All right. There we go.
All right, and Adam, you need to put what you'd like put in the comment section. The invoice has been sent.
Beautiful.
All right, guys, 15 seconds on orders. 15 seconds on orders.
Yep. Awesome. We'll take this, trade you, and we're just going to put the full treatment, the Hacksaw, Jim Duggan,
Hall of Fame.
and a Hall of Fame, if you don't mind. All right. Guys, we're just going to have him finish some stuff up while we're waiting on Adam Clements. We want to thank the Hall of Famer known as Hacksaw Jim Duggan for this. This has been a blast. Usually we don't have as much time to sit down with these amazing legends like yourself, so it's always a blast.
Thank you, brother.
Oh.
Let me know when we get ready to go, because before we go, you got to give me a
Yeah,
hole.
oh yeah, we'll do it. Well, don't worry, we'll hoe out.
All right, we're just waiting on Adam Clemens to pay his invoice. For
If he has does he have an inscription already?
He said that he would like the exact same thing, obviously not King, but
Whatever he wants to put, basically.
Inscription and signature.
Okay.
He said inscription then signature.
Inscription then signature.
Well,
Okay.
he says an inscription of his choice and signature.
Okay. We'll give the people what they want.
Nick, I'm printing out Adam's order right now.
All right. While you got that out, let's do this one next right here, and we can do that on camera. We'll close off with this He wants an inscription of your choice. So whatever you
Okay.
want to add, and then at the end, do Hacksaw Jim Duggan for me. And you don't have to worry about Hall of Fame on this one.
Dr. Chris Giles wants to know, are there any more of the WCW 94 promos, or is the only one we have left the janitor? Gotcha. Sorry.
It's okay.
So I won the U.S. belt. That's what I beat Austin so bad. I beat Stunning Steve Austin so bad.
But I need
he had to shave his head and
question
change
you
his
asked right
name.
there. No, Tommy, they're out there.
Oh, okay.
You need to ask her right
Which one?
there. Do we have are we willing to sell another one at what price, Tommy?
125.
Another WCW
Yeah,
125?
Do we have any?
I think,
so
yeah, you have.
Okay, we
yeah.
have those.
Actually, that may be the only one.
Yeah, I don't see another.
No, we don't. That's the only one we have.
See the janitor.
Yeah, no, we have the janitor. Yeah. I will tell you that they did bring a lot of original promos, and I'm going to try to convince Michael to give away my salary to buy those. So I would suggest watching next Tuesday, Turbo Tuesday, and let's see what I can get Michael to purchase. Nick, there you go. There's that. All right, Mr. Duggan, this has been an absolute blast.
Well, my pleasure, brother.
right,
Before
you
we
ready?
go, we're
You
going
ready?
to steak. You're going to hoe too over there, brother. You
got
too,
Nick?
baby.
You got Nick?
And if you're
All
going to
right.
hoe like you mean it, guys. Here we go. Ho! That's some good hoeing.
Yeah, been hoeing since I was a kid.
Thanks, everybody.